Well, hey guys, we're going to show you a gearbox for GE Wind. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than what you've probably seen before, but the thing is that I have to tarp it, so I want to catch this before. And what these are for the big windmill turbines that you see out in the prairie. This is the gearbox, life expectancy of 5 years, so they're changing it out and they're going to be rotating it. So they need guys to deliver them on site and be crane loaded back, you know, big sky crane, because it's pretty tall, you know, column that the wind turbine sits on. So I'm taking out an empty rack for replacement for one of the gearboxes to put on for being sent back to the remanufacturer, which is here in Iowa. So this is what I got going. I got a mark for chains, orange spots. I've got double 5/16 both ways. I have to watch for business. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. And then I've got double 3/8 in the rear. And that's the only place that we are required to chain, is right there. Now I can put more on the frame, but what I'm going to probably do is run a couple straps over the frame. And this is just a gearbox piece, you know, 600-700 pounds. And I got 2 straps on there. I definitely want to have 2 to keep it from doing any twisting. So when we look down the line, because they use the extremely large fork truck, everything's right down the line. So you can see, yep, everything's right down the line. It's not a problem. It's supposed to be 100 inches wide. So you got 1 inch of space. It's a 102 trailer, 102 wide. Same configuration over here, and I just, you know, try and lock my chains in where they're in knots and they're not going to go anywhere. So I don't care, you know, they can sit there and bounce all they want, but they're in a knot. All they'll do is get tighter. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably run a strap right here, and I got a pocket, and I'll probably run one right here. No, I won't, because that's where so I may have to feed one through if I want to run an extra. So that's probably all right. I mean, I've got so many chains on here. And as far as tippage, everything as far as weight, it's sitting in this cradle. I had them check the bolts because they were loose. Some of them had missing nuts, but they've lifted them with them loose. But I just had them request the guy to go over it. So you have to put your hands on it and check these and make sure they have all the pieces parts. That's part of your job. So let's just look at it. See the pokies? That's tarp pokies. So I've got some cardboard, and then I've got some carpet. So I'm going to be kind of climbing around. I'm going to be draping a tarp. There's a lot of business up there. I have to watch out for the lines, things that could break if my foot goes in the wrong spot or whatever. So I'm probably going to be using these places to stand and then lean up against there where I'm not doing any walking around any places. So that's a radiator basically. So you can't go messing around. You know you shouldn't be putting anything anywhere near that anyway. It's on the underneath side. So, but just be advised, I do have to tarp. So, you know, and they gave me a couple $100 for tarping. It's not bad. I mean, it's a total load. I think it's 38,000. It's not bad. I went for the light, the center of the trailer. You see, and I just had them just stick it to the middle, and I figure that's plenty good enough. That part has to be tarped back there too, so I'll just do up my up and over drape, 24 by 26. All my extras will just kind of tuck in, and I'll make sure it gets draped to the front, and then any of the extras gets rolled and then clamped in the rear. And I'll probably just use a couple pieces of wood for that. I'll show you that. I think I've showed you the tarp clamp before. Basically, it's a piece of wood this way, like a 4x, and another 4x sitting over it like this. The strap goes over it, presses down on it. So that's it. And that's pretty much it. We'll check it after it's all done. It's 92 degrees out in Iowa, so it's definitely warm. Frequent water breaks because the heat just kind of sort of came on. You know, it's going to bake your brains out. It'll sap you. So, you know, take frequent breaks. I got all freaking weekend. You know, it's only It's like 1 o'clock here. I got another 3.5 hours. I'll see you in a bit.